Good morning, I'm Marcia Coet. I'm the Senior Division Supervisor. It's my favorite day of the year because we recognize all your volunteer work. We are wild about you. Isn't this amazing? Anna and Debbie do an amazing job of decorating. My contribution is I stay out of their way. They're so good. So, here we are. It's my privilege to introduce to you the Mayor of Farmington Hills, Mayor Barnett.
Everybody's getting taller than me these days. I normally wing it. I don't normally use a written speech. But I just want you to see the talent we have in our city manager's office. And these are Jillian Pine's words, and she always gives me all kinds of wonderful things to say. This particular speech cracked me up. So I'm gonna use it as is. So now I present to you a reading of Jillian Pine's. Welcome to the City of Farmington Hills Senior Division Annual Volunteer Breakfast. Thank you to the Adults 50 and Better and the Farmington Area Commission on Aging for hosting this special event. Our theme this year is We're Wild About You, and we're not lying. So I'm not gonna go on a wild goose chase here, I'm just gonna get right to the point. We are here today to express our deepest gratitude, these are my words also, for you and all that you do. I'm looking forward to this room full of people and who work so hard and volunteer, not for any reward, not for any pay, but because of the satisfaction that you get to bring to the smiles on the people's face that you serve. You are absolutely exceptional. And you keep showing up, you crazy wild bunch. You share your time and talents and truly make a difference, and we really appreciate it. I stopped in today at a table for the Meals on Wheels folks, and it's been a tough few years. And we've been through lockdown from pandemic. We've seen our neighbors struggle. We've seen people in our community that did not survive the early onslaught of COVID. Our police and fire departments were terribly stretched, and it's been very stressful. At one point, we were worried about having to bring freezer trucks to the local hospital, Botsford, Corwell, Spectrum, whatever you want to call it now. And through it all, you not only stepped up, but your ranks grew because you knew how important it was to help your neighbor. And we cannot thank you enough for that. So you could be all off sowing your wild oats, but instead you chose to come back to the Costick Center this morning and every day in the last few years to deliver meals, teach classes, answer phones, work in the gift shop, do home repairs, and more. You offer support to our residents and make people really feel special and cared for. So let's go a little hog wild here and say that in this room today, we have the best people in the state of Michigan. In a time when people are turning away from each other, you turn toward people. You make them feel that their lives matter. And because of that, we know how special and deeply, truly wonderful you folks are. And so I'd like to offer you my personal heartfelt applause. Let me share a few statistics with you. The Senior Transportation Program, in partnership with SMART, provided close to 9,600 rides for older adults and people with disabilities. The Senior Nutrition Program provided over 109,300 meals delivered to homebound and served in Shannon Hall at the Costick Center. The Cycling for Active Adult Groups and my partner mayor in our sister city apparently rode your bicycle here? Motorcycle. Oh, motorcycle. Motorcycle. She would have ridden her bicycle if she had a little more time. Or just run here all together. And the Cycling for Active Adults group has 197 members who participated in 156 rides last year, logging in over 17,800 miles. And all of these rides were organized by a volunteer leader. And last year alone, our volunteers spent over 15,000 hours volunteering for our senior division. Thank you, yes. That's money we don't have to spend because you donate your time. But what you donate is more valuable than money. It's a piece of yourselves and your kind-heartedness. So before I send you all off wandering through the wild blue yonder, let me tell you that you volunteers are the backbone of our community. You make us what we are, and you provide our hearts and our souls with joy. So, all corniness aside, we really are wild about you. And I'd like again to express my gratitude on behalf of the citizens of Farmington Hills for all that you do. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We really appreciate it.
And now I'd like to introduce Mayor of Farmington, Mayor Bowman.
Spring has sprung. I couldn't wait to get the new bike out. Good morning, Sarah Bowman, Mayor for the City of Farmington. It is my privilege and my honor to welcome all of you and to thank you on behalf of the citizens of the City of Farmington, obviously as well as Farmington Hills. We are one big community. Oh.
Could you introduce my council? I forgot.
Oh, come on, come back.
And that's a terrible thing.
No, come back. It wasn't written down.
It wasn't in my speech. I never do a speech. I didn't even think about it. We have many of our senior administrators are here in the back table, and then we also have present today Mayor Pro Tem Randy Bruce and Jackie Bolaware on our city council. And the other members, Mike Bridges, Mary Newland, Valerie Knoll, and Ken Massey, who aren't here, wanted me to be sure to say that they really appreciate everything you do. Thanks. Sorry for the interruption.
No, not a problem. It's very important that we do recognize the folks that support our cities. So again, on behalf of the citizens of Farmington and Farmington Hills, I just want to express my personal gratitude. The statistics have already been read, but what really I think both Mayor Barnett and I would like to express is this is the group of people that make our cities what they are. We have elected officials, we have folks that are in charge, and those are the ones that keep the city running. They make sure the garbage is picked up, they make sure that your snow is plowed, right? These are the people, you are the people that make us who we are. When people talk about what makes Farmington and Farmington Hills so different, it's us. It's you folks that show up every day. And again, you get your thanks here, but that's not why you're doing it. You've created a community of your own. And I will just wrap up by saying I would like to thank the Cycling Organization for 50s and Better for the invitation to join. However, at 49 and a half, I don't yet qualify. So, pardon? I know. I had to get a waiver to be able to join this morning. But no, but really, we could talk about all of the separate organizations, but it's the tables and the communities and the groups that you have, friendships that you have formed amongst yourselves. That's really what sets us apart from other communities. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you do, and I look forward to attending as many of the activities that you all participate in as I can to continue showing support and gratitude from the City of Farmington. Good morning and thank you.
We're about to start breakfast, but first let's do a quick prayer. Bow your heads. Very quick. God bless our volunteers, but especially God bless the cooks. Amen. So good morning again. How was breakfast? Yay. Yeah, the same people who bring you Meals on Wheels prepared our breakfast, and of course Gourmet Express is wonderful when they come out and help us for this event. So once again, we are definitely wild about you guys. So appreciate all you do. We could not run our programs without you. We just wouldn't have a meals program. We wouldn't have our tax assistance. There's so much that you do that makes a difference. I'd like to just introduce some of our guests in-house who work at City Hall and around town. So Gary, City Manager, Gary, I'm going to screw up names here. Gary Metchkin. Did I get close? Metchkin? Yeah. There you go. Apologies ahead of time. A deputy city manager was here, but I know he had to run out for a meeting, Joseph Valentine. Jeff King was here, our police chief. Director of Communications and Community Engagement, a big title. Vicki Sullen-Wynn is here. Yeah, she's new to us, so give her a round of applause. I also, new staff with us, Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Employment. I looked it up to make sure I got that right. Latoya Harvey. When I first met her, boy, instantly we were talking moms. We got a lot of same things going on here. Director of Special Services, Ellen Schnackle. There she is. Deputy Director in my direct report, so lie to him about how wonderful I am, Brian Farmer. Okay, and I probably didn't catch anyone, so anyone else in-house that I didn't catch?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Christia Broccoli, Economic Development Director.
Okay, thank you. I knew I'd forget someone. My senior staff who is here, of course, programmers, Anna and Debbie, who do so much. Yay! And who decorate and put together so many special events for us. Our nutrition coordinator, who is amazing. Stand up, she was just audited last week. Not many people get 100% year after year after year. She's amazing on her programmatic audits and on her fiscal audits. Teresa Bryant. Out in the hall is Andrea Ali. Doesn't she do a great job? She connects up services with Teresa Jerkovich, our outreach counselor, with all the services from the Meals on Wheels clients. So them piecing together the services is just amazing. Of course, we have a wonderful office coordinator. Oh my goodness, she does so much. Like, she caught on quick and she's real smarty pants. Julie Wheeler. Right. So of course, your favorite is the cooks. So Christine Johnston is here. Give her applause. The kitchen staff. Of course, we asked Christine, keep everything on budget. We wanted exceptional food. Make it low sodium, heart smart, but we want a colorful plate and just do it. And she does. So God bless Christine, really. And all her staff. They're great people. So one other, without a doubt, we all have to acknowledge that last Friday was David Brock's 13th anniversary. So when you pass him in the halls, yeah, give him a hey, Brock, and he'll so appreciate it. But he's really our spark plug, the big heart of our program. So shout out to Brock. Our Commission on Aging, who I work with, and I'm so proud to work with them. Mary Buchanan is here. Can you stand up and wave, Mary? Carl Christoph is here. Carl, stand up. He's being recognized today for so many great things. Yes. He's not a, what do you always say, Carl? I'm not a senior commissioner. I'm an aging commissioner. Yeah. Dan Fantor is here. That's great. Nancy Cook is here. Where'd you go, Nancy? Yeah. Julie McCowan is here. She's helped us so much, and I'll tell you more about that soon. And Mick McFay, stand up. Did I get it close? Close. He's our newest addition, but boy, he's like Mr. Energy, so we're happy to have him. So what I want to talk to you about is our commission is we have put together, and like I say, we with like they, have put together a great program, 2 great programs on financial exploitation, and we're taking the show on the road and have already begun. Not perfect yet, but we're working on it. So we have a 15-minute long presentation and a 40-minute long presentation. And here in our support groups next month, first Wednesday of May, we will, at 1 o'clock, you're invited to hear our long presentation. You are targets. They want your money. And we want you not to give it to them, and we have a list of resources if someone gets you. I was even scammed by doing the right thing at a financial organization, doing all the right stuff, and my Social Security number got out there. So you can do all the right things and still get scammed. So we have great resources for you to get protect yourself. So shout out to the Commission on Aging for researching that. Thank you. Julie McCowan, she's an elder law attorney here in town, and she's kind of given us a lot of resources, a lot of background. It's a very professionally researched program, and we're always, how many of you have been reached out to scam for in the last 6 months? Everyone's going to raise their hand. Somehow through your email, through your phone, through your text, and they're so good at it. They're so good at it. So more to come too. So right now we've gone out to some service groups. We're available to go out to faith-based organizations. We want to hit as many groups as we can to protect as many people in the community as we can. So really, cheers to the commissioners for just being hardworking, dedicated, and willing to give their time. And, they're volunteers too, of course. Teresa Jerkovich can't be here because she's out and about in the community always. But right now, I have to acknowledge her gift shop staff. They do good. I see some out here. They take all your donated items. The things you clean out the drawer in the closet, and that old scarf and that costume jewelry and those plates that you don't use anymore, and then they sell it. And then we use the funds to help someone who can't afford a heating bill, a senior in the community who needs a little of assistance, a little help with food this month because the heat bill was too. So what a great way with your volunteer times, people cleaning out their closets to make a difference. So cheers to those great gift shop people. They're also fun to talk to. I like to stop in and say hi to them. So I'm going to talk a bit about our Adopt a Senior program during the month of December and also in April. Teresa, with the help of many gift givers in the community, hands out 500 gift bags at the holiday December gift So that's 500 baskets that people donate. And then they're delivered by volunteers, so many people, and many of them are police officers and firefighters in their own personal time, and other volunteers who go out in the community and deliver those baskets. So, and then on top of that, she gives out 80 gift baskets with the Farmington Area Good Fellows. So many people are remembered. And then again in April, a lesser number, usually about 100, get a spring basket. So busy, hardworking, but so many people in the community are generous and kind. I would like to acknowledge the Vision students who plan to be here with us today. Teresa's also going to acknowledge them. Great group of kids. They pack about 130 breakfasts and bags, breakfast and lunch bags for the home delivered program. So what great work they do. And once again, David Brock came from that Visions program and's been a team member with us for 13 years. So every one of you, don't forget when you're in the hall and you see David, give him a heads up, high five or something for his 13 years. He will very much appreciate it. Thank you. With that, I'd like to introduce Julie Wheeler.
Good morning. It's so great to see all of you here. A lot of familiar faces, people I get to know. I am Julie Wheeler. I'm the guest services coordinator in the front office, and I love what I do. Part of my duties are I oversee the telephone reassurance program, the home chore program, and organize the fall leaf raking. And I'm going to start out today by thanking the telephone reassurance volunteers. We have 6 callers, and collectively they have made over 2,000 calls to seniors this past year. So their friendly voices, they brighten the day of several homebound seniors. They live alone. And for some of those seniors, that's the only human connection they have that day. So it's such a vital part of their self-worth and their well-being. So I have to thank you, those that make those calls. It's just such an important program to them. And I know these are students that are not here today, but I do want to acknowledge for the past couple of years, I've had an excellent crew of student volunteers from the National Honor Society at North Farmington High School, organized by their faculty member, Brian McNeff. And also this year joined with a group from Woodside Bible Church, coordinated by Carol Green, for their assistance with the fall leaf raking program. Thanks to them, we were able to take care of the leaves that were piling up in the homes of 20 seniors who, they're either on limited income or they have physical limitations and they just can't do these jobs themselves. And they so appreciate that service. In addition, here's another shout out. A lot of those same seniors and others are grateful for a group of volunteer missionaries from a local LDS church who helps them with these past storm debris, when you got the big branches that fall in your yard, when they needed snow shoveled. So we're very fortunate that I can coordinate with that group and be able to offer that resource to our community. They're very thankful for that. So lastly, I'm in the process, we're still rebuilding this, the in-home chore program, and this supports the older adults in Farmington and Farmington Hills. They need help with minor things around their house. A light bulb needs to be changed, or the batteries in their smoke detector, or they need to hang a picture on the wall. They're not able to do that. So I currently have 2 fantastic gentlemen. They are willingly go out. Whenever I see them, they say, "Is there anything you need me to do? Is anyone called?" So they're just so willing. And over the past year, they've gone out to more than 15 homes, helped somebody hang some curtains, just things to make them feel like their house is their home. So thank you to those gentlemen, and don't mean to preach to the choir, but if you know of any groups want to be involved in any of these things, the leaf raking, the home chore, any of that, see me. You'll find me in the front office. But I just want to say thank you all for everything you do, no matter where it is, in helping out the senior community. It's just so much appreciated, and they are just so truly grateful for everything we do. So thank you.
So it's my turn. I know this has to come down a bit. Okay. So good morning. My name is Debbie Giulianelli Smith. I am one of the senior division programmers. I work alongside Anna, and we have a lot of fun doing these kind of things. But our gratitude to our volunteers cannot be expressed enough. Our programs could not run without our wonderful volunteers taking their personal time to help us set up and run so many successful and enriching programs here at Costick Center. One of our biggest endeavors is the AARP Tax Assistance Program that provides free tax assistance for our, free tax preparations for people in need. Kathy Poston and her group of preparers and reviewers had another successful tax season serving our community. They were back serving customers in person, which is very exciting. Something they have not done in 2 years because of COVID. So not surprisingly, there was an uptick in prior year tax submissions because many seniors were just not able to come in the last 2 years. But nevertheless, this year, the AARP Tax Assistance Team serviced about 350 clients. Yes. I do have to give a quick shout out to Julie Wheeler in the front office staff that processed several hundred phone calls, made appointments for another successful tax year with AARP. Yeah, thank you. So working on through our groups, Sojourn Bears is a group of volunteers that come together and create personalized bears for adults and children who have cancer. Each unique bear provides comfort for patients during their treatment. Joyce Weigel and her group, Joyce Weigel leads the group, and together with the people in her group has made 52 bears. The group mostly work on their bears at home, but gather at Costick here for supplies and to finish up the bears. Twice a week, yes, thank you. The bears are amazing. They are very cute, and they're all different, dressed up really cute. Twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we like to have a little bingo fun, and that also couldn't run without our volunteers. Percy Stamps, Sharon Liberato, Oreen Hall, TR, Bev Hines, Larry Pytek, and Diane Wink are the fearless bingo callers and helpers. Bingo rounds, thank you. Bingo rounds out our Tuesdays and Thursdays, where many residents come here to Costick for the day, and they frequent our gym class, have a congregate lunch, play bingo, and they can do this all for under $6. So it's an affordable day of exercising and socialization for our senior residents. So you may have seen a table at, or seen us at a table selling our signature oatmeal blueberry cookies during Art on the Grand. So we have several volunteers that help us with that. They help us scoop, individually wrap our cookies, and help us sell the cookies during Art on the Grand. We expect to make about 1,300 cookies this year, and this is a wonderful fundraiser for our senior division programs. Yes. And they're so good. Please stop by our booth. Lastly, our life enrichment groups add a wonderful socialization aspect to for our senior residents. Our groups are the Wednesday afternoon creative art groups led by Fran Silke, Brill Martin, Sandy Susky, and also our lively Red Hatters, led by JoJo Sanford, Cynthia Jordan, and Wendy Jacks. Our new Friends social group led by Jerry Gilfix, and we have 3 wonderful card groups, Pinuncle led by Jim Kidder, Euchre led by Kim Weingold and Dave Brown, and Duplicate Bridge led by Bob and Leslie Lacrosse. So that's it for me. We just, like we've been saying over and over again, we appreciate all our volunteers that help us facilitate our programs that bring such joy to our senior residents. We can't thank you all enough. So I'll let Anna present a few more thank yous.
Yeah, welcome everybody, and thanks for being here. My name's Anna Durham. I'm another one of the senior programmers here, and first of all, I wanted to thank the musician who actually snuck out. But his name was Kim Dominic, and he came from our open mic day. This open mic Monday is the second Monday of the month from 11 to 2 p.m., and the next one's coming up May 8th. It's a free event. We have such wonderful musicians that come here. They are so talented. A couple of them played at the Grand Ole Opry, traveled a lot, toured with different people. But you can just come out and listen if you'd like. Join us for lunch that day. And we always have a coffee bar set up, and it's $1 for a cup of coffee, and you have unlimited refills. So it's a fun way to spend your Monday. Yeah, there's a couple of people that have been here. So I wanted to thank Kim for being here. I discovered him. He plays the piano, but he also plays guitar and backs up people when he's here. So I said, would you come play for us? He's like, sure. So he was another great volunteer that we just had. So also here at the Costick Center, we have 7 different support groups that are very important, and they're all facilitated by volunteers. We have the Caregivers, Grief and Loss, First Step Stroke Group, Vision Support Group, and we've added 3 new support groups this year. Our Brain Injury Support Group, Alzheimer's Association Caregiver Support Group, and Navigating Change and Loss Coffee Hour. And again, if there's any, I don't see many of the volunteers here today, but they all were invited, and they all facilitate all these support groups. You can check out, Mary and Dan are here. Sorry, Mary and Dan are here. There you go. Thank you very much. Next, I want to thank all the sponsors that support our Adults 50 and Better events, and also our Total Health and Wellness Fair this past October. Last October, we had 44 vendors that made the health fair one of our most successful ones we've hosted. So make sure you check out the sponsor literature rack that's out in the lobby and support those businesses for us so they can continue coming back and sponsoring our programs. We are so very lucky to have such incredible special event helpers that show up early in the morning to set tables, decorate the room, help serve the food, and they even stay and clean up. They help promote with our Dine and Discover events along with our special parties and luncheons. So this wouldn't be possible, or our parties wouldn't go so smoothly without the help of these special volunteers. And I know a few of the ladies are right down here. You guys want to stand up real quick? I won't. No. Anyways, there. Anywhere else, Polly? Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much for all of what you do. The CFAA, we've talked about them a couple times so far. That stands for Cycling for Active Adults. Woo! The club began in 2013, so we've just celebrated 10 years. A few of the original members, our original ride leaders, as we call them now, are with us today. That came back out 10 years ago when it was just a little whim I had. Let's see if anybody here likes to ride bikes. I was kind of new to the city, and I said, I like to ride bikes. And all of a sudden, this club just grew and grew and grew. At the first meeting, I know I was so surprised. Marcia was like, I don't know if this is going to work. And we put a little press release out. We had like 50 people that came to this meeting. And then it's like, okay, how are we going to do this? So it just all started to grow and to what it is today. And it's all done by these volunteer ride leaders and sweepers that help run the club. The club promotes bicycle safety, enjoys fellow rides, and a healthy lifestyle. They get together year-round now, of course, for bike rides. Even in some crazy, like, February day, somebody's posting a ride, when the weather allows. They like to get outside and hike, snowshoe. There's even mall walking, cross-country skiing, and they've also grown into pickleball, too. The club couldn't exist without these dedicated volunteer ride leaders and sweepers who plan the rides for the club. Some days there's even 3 different rides going on. So you ride leaders are great. And I know they're at the table back there. I want to recognize all of you, not by name, but thank you very much. Our kickoff meeting, spring kickoff meeting, if anybody wants to join the club, it's coming up April 27th, and there's literature in the lobby about it. There's also one more group of volunteers that is starting to get back on the ground, and that's our SAGE group. And that SAGE stands for Senior Adults Giving to Education. This program was designed to bring senior adults into elementary classrooms and share their wisdom and values with the generations of the Farmington Public Schools. The program is slow to come back after COVID. There's a couple of volunteers that are still working, like Rod that's here today back there. But I'm hoping to get more people placed into the classrooms this fall. And that's about all I have. So thank you all for being here again, and thanks for all you do.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Need to stand up, stretch, move your legs a little bit? I've got a lot of words to say, so. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Teresa Bryant, and I am the Nutrition Services Coordinator for the cities of Farmington and Farmington Hills. I oversee the Meals on Wheels, congregate dining program, anything to do with food. So. I'm extremely fortunate because I get to talk about the best group of volunteers, which are the Meals on Wheels drivers and packers. So we have continued to provide over 100,000 meals in our Meals on Wheels program and over 14,000 meals in our congregate dining program, all prepared here by our kitchen staff in our kitchen with the staff and volunteers. Meals on Wheels, as Marcia mentioned, thrives with the help of Visions, which they are students from the Farmington Public Schools program for developing living skills. They were hoping to be here today. Unfortunately, they could not, but we have a great crew this year of Lydia, Ryan, and Noah, and their instructor, Terry, and they pack the cold breakfast and lunches for us and couldn't do it. That's staff time that we do not have that could do it. So we really miss them on the days they're not here. We have 5 kitchen volunteers. And if you notice your lovely little cookies, one of our kitchen volunteers is Patrice, who very willingly made these cookies and decorated them for us. So a round of applause to Patrice. In addition, we have over 25 volunteer packers who come and pack the hot meal and cold meals and get the drivers out the door, and then stay to help serve the congregate lunch. We are fortunate to have over 100 volunteer drivers who deliver meals on 17 routes Monday through Friday. I'm very proud of the dedication of our drivers. Many of you may not know, but they're like the mailmen. They deliver through anything. Torrential rains, snowstorms, ice storms. We've only been closed once during the past year for Meals on Wheels because of the weather, and that was the Friday before Christmas. But on Christmas Day, staff and volunteers were in here to deliver 70 meals to homebound seniors who had no place to go for Christmas. So they get my appreciation. Our congregate program has returned to full-service in-house dining. Not the return of the soup and salad bar yet, which people keep asking, but it is coming. It is coming. We average about 45 meals a day served in this very room. In addition, we have our Dine and Discover, which Anna and Debbie do such a wonderful job with all the special events and with the volunteers. That has continued to expand. And that's just another thing that our kitchen does. They make, in addition to the Meals on Wheels for the day, they make all those meals for our special programs. So I just can't say enough about my staff. They do a wonderful job. I'll be giving out several awards in a few minutes, which is, as always, very hard selection process. I would have loved to have given all of you an award. So many of you go that extra mile. I cannot say enough about the kindness and generosity of the people who make up our volunteer nutrition staff. I hope I tell you often enough, but it bears repeating. Thank you for all that you do to assist the older adults in our community. My staff and I thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If you are a packer or a driver or kitchen volunteer, please stand up to be acknowledged. So we're moving on to our award presentations. And every year, as I said, it's very difficult. We get so many wonderful nominations, and so many of you are so very deserving. So for those of you who have received this year, congratulations. You made it through quite the process to get to where you are. So the Loretta Conway Senior Division Award was created to celebrate volunteers who show outstanding dedication and service to the Adults 50 and Better program. In July 1974, Loretta began serving older adults in the Farmington and Farmington Hills area 2 days a week with programs such as day trips, dinners, speakers, movies, bingo, library service, and craft projects. After just a few years, the program evolved to 5 days a week. The 2023 award goes to a deeply committed individual who we are happy to have as part of our team of volunteers, Joan McGlincy. Would you join me up here, Joan? Talk about dedication and service. Joan has been one of our drivers for 22 years. She began her support of the Meals on Wheels program in December of 2000. In addition, for many years, Joan was an active member of the City of Farmington Hills Commission of Children, Youth, and Family. She is a current and active member of the Farmington branch of the American Association of University Women. Joan is unfailing in her willingness to help keep the program running smoothly. She shows up every Wednesday for her regular route, and if is available, is always willing to sub when asked. Joan is also one of our regular holiday meal volunteers, meaning she comes in on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter to deliver meals to those who are alone. Joan is extremely pleasant, engaging with other drivers and staff, and knows the participants of her route extremely well. I'm always pleased to have the opportunity to work with her and honored to be allowed to present the award to her. Congratulations.
Thank you. I will briefly say I couldn't do it without Teresa and her wonderful staff that keep us together and get us out the door. But this is, for me, frosting on the cake of a wonderful volunteer opportunity. So I urge people who have never done it to give it a try. And to all my Wednesday fellow drivers, thank you. I got more. Oh. And I'm not even 50. So. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa.
Oh, you're welcome. Joan, you want me to take the plan?
I got the plan.
You got the plan. She's not going to trust you with the plan, Diane.
Nice try, Diane.
I know her.
Okay, it's me again. Yeah, I need a step stool. So the Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award was created in 2009 to honor the memory of Aldo as a role model to volunteers of the future. Mr. Vagnozzi held the distinction of being the first directly elected mayor of Farmington Hills, and he was a member of the Michigan State House of Representatives from 2002 to 2006. He was a very active, enthusiastic volunteer within the community. So this year's Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award recipient is my pleasure to present to Mr. Percy Stamps. Do you want to? There's a. Do you want to? Yeah. Or you can stand right there. Whatever you'd like. You can come closer. Oh, okay. Come on. We need some music. Da 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 da. Okay, so I'll just begin to talk. So Percy swooped in to help us call bingo almost immediately after he joined our 50 and better community here at Costick Center. He pretty much filled out the application, and we said, hey, we need a bingo caller. You're just in time. Our former bingo caller retired, so he graciously said yes to help us out. Percy is kind, courteous, funny, and everyone loves his smooth, relaxing voice, and his professional announcing. You have a phone call. He actually announces for a volleyball, like a volleyball team, a high school team. No. Oh, Percy. Okay. So, well, everyone loves you. We have many people that I would love to nominate, or I have nominated for this award. But this year, we are honoring you, Percy, for the Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award.
I'm walking like this today because, in fact, is Mayor Bowman still here? Last year during the Veterans Day, your arm was in a sling, and I was one of the trolls who was coming up and saying, "So, what the other guy looks like?" So I just want you to know there is karma. This morning, I have a prosthetic. And so when I was putting it on this morning, it felt kind of funny. And so then when I was walking down the stairs, when I got down near the end, of course, I wiped out. And then this morning when I sat down, it came off again. So that's because I made fun of you last year. So there is karma. And I'm really terrified of walking down these stairs on the way out because I may give you even something else to enjoy. I'm humbled, I'm honored, I'm terrified, and I'm embarrassed to receive this award because as everybody has been going on and saying what wonderful jobs everyone else does, you know, I'm just a person who gets up and comes out and call bingo and have a lot of fun. And really, I also think that it should go to two people this year because I consider Sharon my partner in crime. So hopefully you will get yours in advance, but for now, I'm going to put both of our names. I consider both of our names should be on there. So, and I guess that might be it. I like to thank my family for being here. But before you clap, they're not here in person, but they're here in spirit. So I thank them for being here, and I just want to let them know that I miss them dearly, and I always will.
We're always here for you. We're your Costick family.
Okay, if you're my healthy family, I need to pay my rent this week. So can you step in there for me?
I'll write a check.
Oh. And by the way, yes, I do announce volleyball as well as basketball, soccer, and softball. I have a softball game later today on the high school level, but I did do some at the University of Michigan, Eastern Michigan, as well as Madonna University for a number of years. So I just wanted to leave her hanging out there.
Thanks, Percy.
And before I leave, I just want to say, over at the table there is a little cutout. Marcia's on her way. Marcia, when I was telling her about, she was saying, you can invite, whomever. And she said, you can invite whomever, and it was like, it felt like prom again, because I asked people, if they would come, and of course they all turned me down, and I told Marcia that I had this cutout, and so Marcia said, I dare you to bring it. So I'm not going to stay up here. I've taken up enough time, and yes. This is my other partner in crime. We insult each other every day, and I love them all dearly. But this one, we just go crazy. So anyway, thank you very much. And okay, I'll fall down those stairs. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Go ahead.
This will be a hard act to follow. When I look around and see all these volunteers and I read the large number of activities that go on in the Costick Center, it's hard to believe that the senior division started with 2 rooms in the City Hall, and now we've grown to this. Actually, the senior vision was a vision of 3 women, Loretta Conway, Yvonne Singer, and Maggie Loretas. And so there is a Maggie Loretas or Margaret Loretas Diamond Award, which is given to a volunteer over the age of 75. And this particular year's recipient actually worked with Margaret Loretas through the years. So it's very fitting that this award is going to be given to Carl Christoph. Not everybody has a redhead to help them.
Okay, thank you.
Carl's years of volunteering in Farmington Hills, actually began when his daughters went into the Farmington schools. They were at Wooddale, Dunkel, and then North Farmington High. Carl has always been a booster. He was a booster for band, and especially for the sports programs. He did a lot of fundraising and chaperoning and coaching. He was way ahead of the nation because when he took over as assistant coach of soccer at North Farmington, the girls had to wear the boys' uniforms. And Carl worked really hard, and he was able to get specific uniforms for the girls' team. He also enriched the curriculum in the Farmington Public Schools. Because he has a legal background, he shared that by lecturing on the Constitution and teaching the students how courts actually work. He also did pro bono work in the community. His work continues. He is a member of Civitas, which is an international organization and community service group. And the Farmington branch promotes literacy among the citizens here, especially in the schools. They provide books, they visit the schools, and they celebrate reading-related activities like Dr. Seuss's birthday. Carl is also active in civic groups. He's on the Farmington Commission on Aging, and also has been a member of the Commission on Parks and Rec for 25 years. In that position, he helped develop some of the facilities at the Hawk. As a member of the Commission on Aging, Carl worked on the Community for a Lifetime designation. He works on the yearly celebration for the commission, and he also gives annual reports for the Farmington Hills and Farmington City Councils. Carl had early experience in food services, and he very often brings a group of young people to help us with things that we're doing, such as Thanksgiving dinner, baking cookies, etc. He serves on the board of directors of Eastern Michigan University and Michigan State University. He's a member of the Exchange Club, worked on the John Grant facility, served as a magistrate in the Farmington courts. Carl has been a source of inspiration for all of us on the commission. It's intriguing to watch the generosity that he develops as we go through various projects. He's warm, and he's friendly, and he's genuinely concerned about people in the community. And I have to tell you, too, he's lots of fun. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you get one, too.
Let's let Carl say something. I know he will.
Okay. You know, my family's here, and the one thing they said to me is, don't give a speech, because these people have had their breakfast and they want to go home. But I am truly honored to receive this. I am hard to believe I'm finding words to say, but this was particularly heartfelt to me because I was nominated by my peers, and these are people who I've served with for many years, and every one of them is deserving of the award. I don't know who Mary introduced or talked about the background, but I'm Carl Christoph, and if you ever met me, you would say, Mary can really come up with a lot of stuff. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm honored and thrilled, and thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I could do that.
The Farmington Area Commission on Aging Gold Award was created to recognize the extensive service to community, church, group, or organization for an active volunteer over the age of 50. Each year, the Farmington Area Commission on Aging solicits nominations to recognize the service of outstanding volunteers within our community. This award is presented to someone who exemplifies the ideal of volunteerism, someone who goes above and beyond doing as much as they can, whenever they can. We commend the recipients of the 2023 Commission on Aging Gold Award for making our community a better place to live, work, raise our children, and grow older. The 2023 Gold Award recipients are Betty and Chuck Milan and Mary and Vince Redfeld, two couples who are Meals on Wheels drivers. Please come up. These two couples are Meals on Wheels drivers who deliver the same route but on different days. They were one of the many nominees that the Commission on Aging had to select from for this award. Both couples were nominated by the same gentleman, who expressed how kind and thoughtful the couples are.
We paid him.
I figured that. I figured that. To quote his application, they provide food, laughter, and kindness. They deliver meals, but so much more. They have gone above and beyond, checking on me, delivering cards, special treats, and gifts. Betty and Chuck have been delivering meals for 6 years. Betty started out by herself and then recruited Chuck when he retired. Mary and Vince have delivered for 3 years, and Mary has also been a Meals on Wheels packer, and still is, and continues to do so on the days that they don't deliver. Both couples are a pleasure to have around and provide laughter and fellowship to their fellow volunteers and staff. They are all generous with their time in other areas, and 4 of the kindest, caring people that I know. To share this award speaks volumes of who they are and what they represent. It is my sincere pleasure to present the Farmington Area Commission on Aging Gold Award to Betty and Chuck and Mary and Vince. You can't be at a loss for awards, Betty.
Aww. Okay. We all realize that the more that we try to serve others, the more we are blessed ourselves. And so we are grateful, humbly grateful, for those whose homes we are honored to go to serve and to deliver meals, and those that we serve with. We have a wonderful time with our community of drivers.
I want to say thank you for nominating us. We were very honored. When Teresa told me, I cried. First I thought I was in trouble, but it was like, oh no. I want to thank my husband for putting up with me. You're driving too fast. You missed your turn. That's my job. But it has been a pleasure. And I want to also thank everyone that we work with, because everyone gives 110%. I don't know anyone who hasn't volunteered and just loved it. And under Teresa, it is a pleasure, because you always got something to do. You're needed and you feel needed and appreciated. Thank you, Teresa.
We're very grateful for Teresa.
Would you like to come up?
Yes. So we have the gentleman who nominated both couples, Mr. Misagi.
I want you to know, the day he got here with the application, remember that ice storm in the February? And the building was pretty much empty? We had someone here with an application because it was the close of day. And here it was.
Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I am Humayun Misagi. This is Teresa. She's another angel. When Blue Cross Blue Shield I released from hospital, they cheated on me. They supposed to deliver 28 meals because they have a little code they don't say on the radio, and they don't, when they want to join them, they don't say it. Up to 24th of December, they told me I'm qualified to get 28 meals. But in the 24th, they told me I am disqualified. Why? Because I go to hospital and then intensive. And they disqualified me in the 24th, and everybody was closed. This angel here, she come in a big bag of food for me. So because I don't eat beans and cereal, because I didn't have food. I love this woman. She is beautiful. And let me tell you, Betty, Chuck, and Mary, and Vince, these 2 angels, honestly, they are in my heart. They don't deliver food only. They deliver love. They brought their granddaughter make me a heart-shaped cookie. Give it to me. They got from Lord, our Creator. That beyond anything. This woman here drive with the husband. They brought me Valentine's Day card. God bless them. They have a castle in the next world. I so appreciate. Another wanted thing, tell you one thing, believe me. When you go to a gallery, you see some artwork, you appreciate the artwork. In here, all of the people are created by hand of our Lord. Each of you guys and ladies are artwork made by hand of our Lord. You are a jewel. Nobody criticizes you because anybody criticizes you, criticizing the Lord. Each of you are the jewel. I love you guys. You are in my heart. But, I am post MBA. I have PhD. That's what I don't want to brag about me, but I know this people volunteer work is one side. It's like a society. Need man and wife to fly. Manager like Teresa. Without them, they don't work. Without volunteer, they are not work. We need both of this group come together, and they are working like Swiss clock work. I appreciate them, all of you guys, from cook to delivering, and this Betty. You know one thing which she told me, that in my heart, I will keep it in my heart as a best present. She told me, I can wait up to next Thursday to see you. This is, for me, is better than $1 million. So I appreciate them. I work in the Waterford volunteer work, West Bloomfield, Farmington, Salvation Army, and the Mansion Gallery. Give you a metaphors. I try to work in the governor mansion. There is no manager like Teresa there. I work twice. I keep giving my phone number to them. Nobody calling me to go to work. But in the West Bloomfield, Greater Society, she said, when she called my wife, how are you coming to work tomorrow? I can sleep better. So these are the people in the background. As important, they are in the foreground. And both of them are great. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. I look forward to seeing you all next year volunteering. And all of our recipients of our awards, could you meet over by the balloons so we can get your photo? Thank you. You're all dismissed.